So friends, moving on to our next topic, which is drills and their frequencies. Now I have taken this information from Solas Chapter number 3, Regulation 19, which states emergency training and drills. Now remember that drills shall be as far as practicable be conducted as if there were an actual emergency on board. So avoid pre-informed drills, make it as realistic as possible. The drills should be just on a raise of alarm system. Just raise the alarms, and the crew has to recognize what kind of emergency it is and muster accordingly and perform the required duties. So make it as realistic as possible. It will be more beneficial in case of in case of a real emergency. It would be very beneficial, and the response from the crew would be excellent. So coming to the frequencies and the drills, number 1, abandon ship drill, number 2, fire drill. Now the abandon ship drill and fire drill have to be conducted every month. Now, every crew shall participate in at least one abandon ship drill and one fire drill every month. Then note, if more than 25% of the crew have not participated in these drills which have been conducted in the previous month, then these drills shall take place within 24 hours of the ship leaving a port. This may occur even when there is a crew change, due to which the situation may rise wherein 25% of the crew have not participated in these drills. In such case also, these drills shall take place within 24 hours of the ship leaving a port. Then there are situations wherein these drills shall be held before sailing. So those conditions are as follows. When a ship enters service for the first time, this is when these drills have to be conducted before sailing. Or in case of a major modification which a ship undergoes from dry docking, that is also when these drills have to be conducted before sailing. And in case of crew change, in case of the whole crew has been replaced, or new crew has joined, all the persons are new. In such case also, these drills shall be held before sailing. So this is the requirement for abandon ship drill and fire drill, and these are their frequencies in which they have to occur. So friends, moving on to abandon ship drill. Now what does abandon ship drill include? Now abandon ship drill will include the following things. First and foremost is raising of the alarm, in which summoning of passengers and crew to muster station with the alarm. So usually it is the general alarm, or the alarm as specified by under the company policy. So this is followed by announcement on the public addressal system or any other communication systems provided on the ship, ensuring that they are made aware of the order to abandon ship. So this is done initially during initial drills. We follow this system, and later on we avoid using the public addressal system, so that in order to check whether the crew is aware of the alarm systems or not. Then comes reporting to the stations and preparing for duties described in the muster list. Now muster list is a list which describes duties for all the passengers, all the crew members as per their designations, and the duties they have to follow in case of emergency. It may be fire, it may be in case of your flooding, in case of abandoned ship. So what are the duties? They are described in the muster list. The alarm systems are described in the muster list, and various other information. I'll cover it up in different topic altogether. Then comes checking that the passenger and crew are suitably dressed. You check for the life-saving appliances, your personal protective equipments, they are well dressed. As the next point describes, check whether the life jackets are donned properly or are correctly donned. So life jackets, as we all know, presently the life jackets which are coming are such that they can be donned in one way, which is the correct way, and every crew, after explanation giving the right guidelines, they can don the life jackets within 1 minute. Then comes lowering of at least one lifeboat after any necessary operation for launching. So in abandon ship drill, we also do lowering of one of the lifeboats after the preparation. Then number 6, starting and operating the lifeboat engine. Number 7, operations of davit used for launching of your life rafts or your rescue boats. So remember that life rafts, rescue boats, your lifeboats, all the launchings, the davit launch, and the launching operations would come under your abandoned ship drill. Then instruction on use of radio life-saving appliances, which include your EPIRB, emergency position indicating radio beacon, your SART, search and rescue transponder, then your GMDSS equipments, etc. Then comes emergency lighting. Emergency lighting has to be checked during each abandoned ship drill, in which these lightings are for mustering and abandonment, and they have to be checked in every abandoned ship drill. So this is all about abandoned ship drill. Remember, the difference between abandoned ship drill and lifeboat drill is that lifeboat drills are specifically towards the lifeboats, and abandoned ship drill will include everything: your lifeboats, your life rafts, your rescue boats, the launching appliances, their davits, then your life-saving appliances, your life jackets, your radio life-saving appliances. These all things are included in your abandoned ship drill. I just forgot to mention the last point, in which it states that master verbal orders. Each and every abandoned ship drill would be concluded by informing the crew that never abandon ship without master's verbal orders. These are the final orders given by the master during abandonment, after which only you are supposed to abandon the ship. So master verbal orders are the last thing in abandoned ship. So this concludes the abandoned ship drill topic. So friends, moving on to our next topic, which is fire drill. Now fire drills shall include the following. Remember, the word shall include the following. This is what is given in Solas. It's not a must, it is shall. It shall include the following. So fire drill should be planned in such a way that due consideration is given to regular practice in various emergencies that may occur depending on the type of ship and the type of cargo on board. So that is how your fire drill have to be conducted, and various places have to be decided where fire drills has to take place. So different parts of the ship where you will be conducting fire drills, example galley, your decks, your cargo spaces, etc. Then comes the steps which shall be included in your fire drills as follows. Number one is on hearing the raise of alarm, you are supposed to reporting to stations and preparing for duties as described in the master list. Number two, starting off a fire pump using at least 2 required jets of water to show that the system is properly working in order. Number 3, checking of fireman's outfit. In fire drill, you will be checking for fireman's outfit, as in previously abandoned ship drill you were checking for life jackets. Here you will be checking for fireman's outfit and other personal rescue equipments. Then checking for relevant communication equipments, for example two-way portable VHF, which are required to be carried by firemen. Then checking the operation of watertight doors, fire dampers, then your main inlet and outlet ventilations in the drilled area. So these are all what you have to be checking. Then comes checking the necessary arrangements for subsequent abandoning of the ship. So what are the arrangements? Are they in place after this drill is completed? The next step is, as the fire drill is completed, the next step is about abandoning the ship. In case the fire is out of control, you decide on abandoning the ship. So the procedures have to be in place in order to abandoning the ship. So this is what is included in fire drill. So friends, the third drill is your rescue or man overboard drill. Number 4, enclosed space entry drill. Now rescue or man overboard drill and enclosed space entry drill shall be conducted at least once in every 2 months. This is what is required. And number 5 is lifeboat drills. Now lifeboat drills include your davit launched lifeboats as well as free fall lifeboats. For davit launched lifeboats, the requirement is as follows. Now each lifeboat shall be launched and maneuvered in water by its assigned operating crew at least once every 3 months during abandoned ship drill. So for davit launched lifeboats, once every 3 months they have to be launched and maneuvered in water by its assigned and operating crew. And for rescue and enclosed space entry drill, at least once in every 2 months. So continuing with lifeboat drills. Now for free fall lifeboats, at least once every 3 months during abandoned ship drill, the crew shall board the lifeboats, properly secure themselves and commence the launch procedures up to but not actually release the lifeboats. Okay, that is, the release hooks shall not be released. So till there you have to do this, and then the lifeboat then either be free fall launched with only the operating crew on board, or lowered into the water by means of secondary means of launching with or without the operating crew on board. So that is, the lifeboat shall then be free fall launched. Okay, now here what will be happening is, initially what you are doing is, all the crew are present on board, will secure themselves properly and commence the launch procedures, but up to but not releasing of the lifeboat. So the release hooks are not released. Then what you do is, only the required operating crew is present on board, okay, for the free fall launching or lowering. Okay, so only the operating crew is present, and then in both the cases the lifeboat then shall be maneuvered in water by the operating crew in both the cases. That is, in case you are launching the lifeboat, then also you have to maneuver the lifeboat in water. In case you are lowering the lifeboat, in that case also you have to maneuver it in water with the help of the operating crew. Now this lowering of the lifeboat, free fall lifeboat, lowering is done like the davits are lowered, and then with the help of the falls, the lifeboat is lowered into the water. Now this can be done with or without the operating crew present on board. Then comes at intervals. Now in case where launching has not been done, in case you are lowering it in the first 3 months where lowering is done, at intervals of not more than 6 months, the lifeboat shall then either be launched by free fall launching. Okay, where you are lowering in the first 3 months, if you have lowered your lifeboat, then the requirement is that at intervals of not more than 6 months, the lifeboat has to be launched either by a free fall launching or by simulated launch with only the operating crew on board, and this shall be carried out in accordance with the guidelines developed by the organization. So this is about free fall launching procedures and the frequencies. So remember that at least once every 3 months during abandoned ship drill, the crew shall board the lifeboat. So 4 times in a year you will be lowering. Four times in a year you have to lower your lifeboats for free fall launching. Okay, and at least twice, 2 times you have to do your free fall launch. Free fall launching has to be done twice. In case where the provision is provided that at least at interval of not more than 6 months you can do simulated launching if possible. So simulated launching if you have done, then the requirement is fulfilled, and the next 3 months you have to again lower your lifeboats or launch. So basically the frequency is as follows: first 3 months lowering or launching. Okay, now in case you have launched for the next 6 months, no further requirement. In case you have lowered, then at least at interval of 6 months you have to do the launching either by free fall launch or by simulated launch. So this is what the guidelines states in Solas. So friends, just to make things further clear, I have just added another slide which states, now for free fall lifeboat drills, for free fall lifeboats, now once in 3 months either launching or lowering has to be carried out. Now in case launching is done, there is no requirement for further 6 months for launching. Okay, this is for launching. Okay, now launching can be by free fall launching or by simulated launching. In case in once in 3 months once in 3 months you have lowered your lifeboat, then the requirement for launching is at least once in 6 months you have to launch your lifeboats. Okay, that is either by simulated launching or by free fall launching. But also lowering in next 3 months is a requirement. So first 3 months you have lowered your lifeboat, then again the next after 3 months again you have to lower your lifeboats. So lowering requirement is always there. Okay, whereas launching requirement is for in case you are not able to launch your lifeboats in the first 3 months, it can be extended to the 6 months. Okay, but it should not exceed 6 months. At least once within 6 months you have to do launching. That can be either free fall launch or by simulated launching. So this is the procedure which has to be followed. So moving on to drills and their frequencies on board for passenger ships. Now under Solas Chapter number 3, Regulation 30, abandoned ship drill and fire drill shall take place weekly in passenger ships. And note, the entire crew need not be involved in every drill, but each crew member must participate in abandoned ship drill and a fire drill at least once each month as required under Regulation 19. Then passengers shall be strongly encouraged to attend these drills. So this is what is given under Regulation 30, and this is the requirement for drills and their frequencies for passenger ships.